Hi, I'm Ryan Zupan. I'm a mortgage broker with Citywide Mortgage Services. Today we're going to talk about the new mortgage stress test, so the new regulation that was put into effect on January 1st, 2018. So we're going to talk a little bit about some background on stress tests, the details of the new one, and some potential impacts that it might have. So currently, if a borrower is buying a property with less than 20% down, so if they're getting an insured mortgage, they already have to qualify for that mortgage off of a stress test. The stress test is the 5-year benchmark rate, or the posted rate, which right now is 5.14%. So if you're buying with less than 20% down, regardless of what mortgage you take, you got to qualify for the mortgage based off that posted rate. Previously, if borrowers were buying with 20% down or more, so if they're not getting insured mortgages, they could actually qualify for the mortgage based off their actual interest rate, provided they took a 5-year fixed or a term longer than 5 years. So if you're buying a place, your interest rate's 3%, you're qualifying for that mortgage based off the payments of a 3% interest mortgage. Under the new rules, this specifically impacts borrowers who are getting uninsured mortgages, so just the borrowers who have 20% down or more. But for these borrowers now, they actually have to qualify for their mortgage off an interest rate that is 2% higher off of whatever interest rate they are getting, whatever their contract rate is. So if their rate's 3%, they have to qualify for that mortgage off of a rate of 5%. Now, the irony of all this is generally the shorter the term, the lower the interest rate. So one of the things you might see happening is if borrowers are really trying to max themselves out, they are going to naturally be led into shorter term mortgages. Shorter term mortgages, if interest rates are rising, which you would think the government is concerned about, which is why they would bring into this stress test, shorter term mortgages makes a borrower more vulnerable to rising rates. If you're in a 5-year fixed, you're protected from increases for 5 years. If you're in a 1-year fixed or a 2-year fixed, rates might be higher when you're renegotiating that mortgage in 1 or 2 years' time, which isn't necessarily better for the borrower. So one of the questions we keep getting asked is, what if I bought a pre-sale, or I bought a place months ago that doesn't complete until after January 1st, which is when the new stress test takes effect. As long as you have a contract that is dated, a purchase contract dated before January 1st, 2018, you'll be grandfathered in under the previous rules. So no concerns there. On the other side, if you have a mortgage that's coming up for renewal and you really maxed out when you bought the place and you're concerned that the stress test is going to limit your options at renewal, limit what you're able to do, again, you'll be grandfathered in under the previous rules, provided you don't make any material changes to the mortgage, like get a larger mortgage. On the third category is if you're looking to buy a place and you really needed to max it out, and now this stress test is putting you into a different price point that's not going to work for you. All is not lost. There are still a few options out there that will allow you to qualify for the mortgage based off your actual interest rate. But to find those out, you got to give me a call. I'm Ryan with Citywide Mortgage Services. Thanks for watching.